Hi, this is Giovanna from Herbstead, and today I want to talk about herbs for the central nervous system. Normally, herbalists match herbs to people, and today I will not be talking about that. I will just talk about the herbs themselves. I will talk about the constitution, a person's constitution, versus which herbs they should use for their constitution in a different video. So if you have problems sleeping or problems related to nervousness, there are several herbs that can be helpful. For example, valerian, lavender, melissa. Melissa is also known as lemon balm. There is lavender, bitter orange, St. John's wort, brilliant for the depression, for very dark days. Passion flower, also a brilliant one. I use lavender very often to help me sleep. Valerian is very good to improve the quality of sleep. Now, if you're having issues with burnout, then you need adaptogenic herbs such as eleuthero, ginseng, and my favorite, which is rhodiola rosea, also known as golden root and rose root. I have a story for you with rhodiola rosea. In November of 2016, I was so finished. I had a very busy summer. There was lots going on in my life, and I was tired. I was tired of everyday life, basically. I would wake up in the morning and I would go like, oh, I have to cook. I have to eat again today. I ate yesterday. Why do I have to eat again? So when I realized that this was happening, I thought, oh God, I'm in trouble. I have to do something about it. This can't stay that way. And I had a class at the herbalism school I attended. I go there very often. And when I go back home, I started taking rhodiola rosea. Also for my thyroid. I'll talk about that in a different video. It's a long story. But let's say that in 3 weeks I had to go back for another class. And when I went back, people said, what happened to you? Oh my goodness, what happened to you? You're a different person. And I was indeed a different person. I just felt light. My mind was clear. The interesting thing is that it seems to me that when I take this herb, the silence, the volume of the silence, it's strange to say that, but that's exactly how it feels. It's like the volume of the sound of silence, if you will, is increased. And the volume of the chatter is decreased. So in the beginning, the chatter is still there, far. And as the days go by, there is this mental stillness, a quietness that fosters mental clarity. It's brilliant. I find that I can take it for 60 days and then I reach a plateau. So I take it for 60 days and give it a break until I notice that the chatter is getting louder again. Then I start taking it again. That's my experience with rhodiola rosea. I told my father the story, and he has no benefits from it. So you have to test it and see which herb really matches you. What else? Memory. If you have memory issues, then there's several herbs that can help. Ginkgo biloba is a classic. Rosemary is very good. Sage, gotukola, that is Gotukola. Brahmi, I think it's Brahmi. These are brilliant for memory. I love rosemary. It just wakes me up and makes me feel great. It's probably my favorite, but if you have to test it to see what works for you. If you have nerve pain, boy, I hope you don't. But if you do, there are many herbs that can help, like cayenne pepper, which you would use as a salve externally. Same if you have, same with St. John's wort. And if you have headache or migraines, hope you don't, then there are herbs that can help. For example, peppermint. That's a classic headache herb. Works very well for me, but I tend to use the essential oil more often than the herb itself for headache. But when I reach for an herb, I usually go to my garden and get some feverfew, get a leaf, pour it on a piece of bread with butter on it, and eat it. And that tends to take care of the headache in about 30 minutes. But you have to test it, see if it works for you. It doesn't work for everybody for some reason, but it works brilliantly. When it works brilliantly. What else for headache? Meadowsweet, willow, of course willow. Now if you have joint pain, rheumatism, or some kind of rheumatic pain, nettles help quite a lot. But rheumatism, at least in traditional Chinese medicine, is seen as an excessive cold. So you need something to warm those joints, to warm that area. And St. John's wort as oil or in a salve is very good, and so is cayenne pepper. Okay, that's it for today for the nerves, for the nervous system, the central nervous system. Leave me a comment below. I want to know what you do when you have a problem. I want to know your questions if you have any. And until the next video, let's talk herbs.